Good morning, Kanak.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, Hania. So, children, yesterday we started a new chapter. First, did you go through it? You read the chapter?
Yes, ma'am.
You did read? Did you read the chapter, Hania and Kanak?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts you have?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let everyone join in, then we begin. Okay? Okay, ma'am. Morning, Zara.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, Zara, did you go through the chapter which we started yesterday? Did you read that?
Yes, ma'am, I've been through the first page.
You read the first page. Please go through the chapter once again so that in case you have any doubts, you can clear them. Okay.
A very good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning to you, Pariti. How are you?
Ma'am, fantastic.
Great, great. Good morning, Nishika. Fine, girls. So I think today we are going to have an all-girls class. Right, girls? As
Yes, ma'am, it's always an all.
it's always like that. No, at times, Midhan, Sharanda, these people join.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can we just say that Sufi were the traders?
Sufis are not the traders, no, beta. They were religious leaders, you can say that. Yes, they were religious saints, you can say that. Not traders as such.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Paridi Nishika, like yesterday we began with a new chapter. If the chapter is clear, please go through it till where we have read. In case you want, no, like any doubts you have, we'll clear that first and then we'll begin further. Please go through it, girls. In case you have understood all, please give a thumbs up so that we can begin further. Okay, Paridhi and Nishika have understood. They have given thumbs up. So finally, we are not having an all-girls class. Thanks much for joining. Kids, can we begin? Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we did the Bhakti movement yesterday. We talked about nanas and alvars, right, kids?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And today we do the case study on Kabir. I love talking about Kabir Das because I'm very fond of him. You know why I'm so fond of him? Have you heard of him?
Ma'am, as he was religious.
No, he was not religious. No, he was very no. He was like the things he has said were very reasonable. Like he has said always the right thing.
Oh,
These people, whether it's Guru Kabir, whether it's Kabir,
ma'am, he gives the best advice.
advises, he has said the right things, whether it's Kabir, whether it's Guru Nanak, they all said the right thing that yeah, there is only one God and it's the people who are giving those gods different names. Right? Isn't it? Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
Kabir was, if we talk about Kabir Das, Kabir was the earliest and undoubtedly the most powerful figure of North Indian monotheistic movements. Now, kid, this is task for you. Quickly tell me what's the meaning of monotheistic movements. If you need to search it up, but tell me the meaning of monotheistic movements.
Ma'am, can you please spell it out?
I'm just underlining it. Just look at here. When I'm reading, I want you people that your fingers must be on the book. You must know where mom is reading. It's this monotheistic movements. What do we mean by these movements?
Ma'am, may I tell?
Yes.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, sorry, ma'am, I got something late.
Ma'am, its mean is the belief is a single all-powerful God.
Ma'am,
Okay.
it's believed that there is only one God.
Yes. I believe that there's only one God. Like they were. Do you think that it was only Kabir at that time who believed in this, or there were other leaders as well who were trying to tell the same thing? Tell me.
Yes.
Is it only Kabir, or there were other leaders as well who were trying to tell us the same thing?
Ma'am, they were like, I think others also.
There were others as well. A very big name, a very popular and known name is Baba Guru Nanak Ji, right? Clear? Okay. So yes, he
Yes.
was a
Yes, ma'am.
very like the most powerful figure of North Indian monotheistic movements that began in the 15th century. He belonged to a family of weavers. Weavers were a Julaha. Weavers, the one who were involved in the task of weaving fabric, clothes, something like that. Who were the indigenous converts to Islam. Indigenous converts to Islam मतलब इनको इस्लाम में convert किया गया था. He spent the greater part of his life in Varanasi, Kashi. His verses were included in the sixth scripture. Do you know that the Guru Granth Sahib includes some of the verses of Kabir Das as well? Are you aware of it? No? Kanak, आपको पता है?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
He did. Okay.
Ma'am, what you were saying, like, do you know the names of the grudge that he has written?
Names of
Ma'am, the books that he has written.
books as such. So I have not like basically we have read his dohas since childhood. So that I'm aware of, right? And
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have also read that in our Hindi book, Hindi
yeah,
literature book.
even we have read them there. And plus, the one major book where you can find the writings of Kabir Das is Guru Granth Sahib, which is the holy book of
Ma'am, Sikhism.
Sikhism, right? Guru Granth Sahib is the holy book of Sikhism. That book also
Sikhism.
contains few of the verses of Kabir ji, right? Now, his verses, and they have given the other name as well. His verses are included in sixth scripture, the Adi Granth, the Panchmani, and Bijak in large numbers. In sari books, mein, you'll find the work of Kabir as well. Rai Das or Ravi Das most probably belonged to the generation next to Kabir's and was influenced by Kabir's idea. So Rai Das or Ravi Das, these two also belong to his generation and they were highly influenced by the ideas of Kabir. Now, Kabir believed in oneness of God. Who else believed in oneness of God? Which other leader, kids? Popular leader?
Ma'am, Guru Nanak Ji.
Guru Nanak Ji. We have read that Iknam, right? This Iknam refers to Ik God. right? Irrespective of the names the human beings address them as, they call them Vishnu, Brahma, Allah, Jesus. But ultimately, even if you read about the history, no, even if you read the history, you read about how they were, what are the teachings of other religions, you will be
Yes,
able to realize, to like, you'll be able to see that somewhere every religion has taught us the same thing. If you really go into it, you realize that okay, every religion is trying to teach us the same thing. It's just in different ways, right? So then he vehemently opposed the idol worship, caste systems, untouchability as practiced by the Hindus. ये जो caste systems था, idol worship. What is the meaning of idol worship? Kids?
Ma'am, of which were ma'am of which were
Idol worship. Who is it?
ma'am is my little brother. Ma'am is just running here and there.
Just tell me what is the meaning of idol worship. It's a very common word you will come across in this chapter and n number of times.
ma'am, can we say like just worshipping only like one God?
Yes, ma'am,
No.
just washing the mind of an
Yeah,
idol.
Worshipping of
Never.
idols.
The worship of image that are not God.
Exactly.
I think
Idol worship is also worshipping of image and scriptures. Okay, sculptures. एक आपने मूर्ति बना के, when you're praying to that मूर्ति or that sculpture, that is known as idol worship. Okay. He opposes strongly. He says, no, this is wrong. God. And to be honest, if you realize that God has never told us to make his, no, to make his scriptures, so this is that. God has just believed that human being, he has made human beings, and then God is not responsible for our conduct. God isn't going to help us in each and every step of ours. It's we who are responsible, right? It's we who needs to help others, right? We are the society, we need to help each other. That's how society can go far away. Otherwise, society will be over. The world will be destroyed. Now, right? He was very like, he opposed idolism, caste systems, and untouchability. Children, do you know what is untouchability?
ma'am, earlier there was a system that ma'am, like ma'am, the people who are of ma'am bigger caste or like that, so he will not touch or she will not touch ma'am the people of lower caste.
The lower caste people. They were supposed to be as untouchables. You cannot touch us. You cannot sit next to us. You cannot eat with us, and this and that. And as we know that in Hinduism, they have also given a lot of power to the caste system, but Kabir completely opposed it, right? At the same time, he condemned the orthodoxy and meaningless rituals of the Muslims. So it's like even in Muslims, there are many meaningless rituals and बहुत ही पुरानी विचारधारा. Orthodoxy means what, children? Orthodoxy means
I'm like a orthodox.
what? Orthodox means what?
Ma'am, people who will just like follow their system or religion like without even thinking about it. Just follow.
In Hindi, we call it रूढ़िवादी विचारधारा या फिर no पुरानी विचारधारा. जैसे कि अगर if I say, if I tell you people that no, girls should not speak this much. You people, you girls all be quiet. Only boys are going to speak in my class. I don't want girls to come out at the front. You go and do cooking at your home. Why are you coming to school to study? If I'll tell you all these things, then will I be an orthodox? Tell me,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
I will be. Like orthodox, a very simple meaning is Purani Vichardhara wali, right? Okay. If
Okay.
I say that no, these widows nowadays, how can they wear colorful clothes? They must wear only white color clothes and they must not stay happy all the time. If I'm saying this, am I an orthodox? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Okay. So similarly, as we there were many orthodox rituals and Muslims as well, which also Kabir condemned. He also laid stress on religious tolerance and he made a strong plea for Hindu-Muslim unity. He requested people to not fight amongst each other and told them to come and stay together. Right? He had made a strong request for Hindu-Muslim unity, that Hindu and Muslim both live together. The teachings of Kabir are in the form of short poems and couplets called dohas. Right? You must have heard Kabir's dohas.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sarah will tell me a
Yes,
doha.
we did it in Hindi literature.
Ah,
Ma'am, ma'am, I have read some, like I have read many, but only one I have remembered that.
tell me.
Ma'am, only one of that I remember.
Tell me of that one only. The one which you remember. Then thank you so
Ma'am, do
much,
we have
Sarah.
to
It's
tell it?
only you who has opened your video today. Nobody else has.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Sarah.
Ma'am, do we have to tell it?
Yes, you have.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there was related to ma'am like
अरे यार, we don't have this
जो
much.
रहीम उत्तम प्रकृति का करी संगत कुसंग जो चंदन विष व्यापत नहीं लपटे रहते भुजंग. Ma'am, like this means that no, ma'am, it is of Rahim Das, na?
Yeah, it's Rahim Das.
Yes, ma'am, I have read many of Kabir Das and many people. So, ma'am, there
So,
was
you
some
will tell us a
confusion.
doha of Kabir Das.
Ma'am, I remember that. Ma'am, I'm just confused in that.
How you people are. I also read it and then I was
That जब
confused,
तू
but I
आया
still remember
जगत
it.
में जब तू आया इस जगत में लोग हंसे तू रोए ऐसी करी चलो आप हंसे जग रोए.
Very good, nice. Anyone else remembers any doha of Kabir?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Sorry,
बड़ा
ma'am,
हुआ
I
तो
was disconnected.
Yes, Harsh.
बड़ा हुआ तो क्या हुआ जैसे पेड़ खजूर पंथी को छाया नहीं फल लगे आती दूर.
You know the meaning of these dohas?
Ma'am, I will tell of mine.
Hanji?
Ma'am, I will tell the meaning of the doha that I told you.
Yes, tell.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the doha was जब तू आया जगत में लोग हंसे तू रोए ऐसी करी चलो आप हंसे जग रोए. Ma'am, this means that जब आप लोग when you came here,
When you are born.
everyone was laughing and you were crying. And do a work like this when you will go from here, everyone will cry and you will laugh.
Nice. Okay, so I said there are many. Yes, but you wanted to tell one, but then you got disconnected. Paridi?
Ma'am, I remember, ma'am, ma'am, in the Hindi literature chapter, I think it's chapter 10 or 11, नीति के दो है. Ma'am, I remember first one. Ma'am, जब तू आया जगत में yes ma'am, लोग हंसे तू रोए ऐसी करनी करे चलो जब आप हंसे जग रोए.
That's what Sarah has told us. And there is one. Yes, please.
Ma'am, there was one more.
What?
Yes ma'am.
There are many. There are many. Right?
Ma'am, many.
So basically, this is what the dohas of Kabirs were. They passed from one generation to the next in oral tradition. Like I read in my school time, you are also reading in your school time. They are being passing on to generation from generation as well, right? After his death, the words of Kabir were put down in writing and they were known as Kabir Vanis. What are they known as?
Ma'am, Kabir Bani.
Vanis. Later on, Kabir, Granthwali, and Bijak were composed, which contained the philosophy of Kabir. After his death, the followers of Kabir, again, just like the Sufis, the followers of Kabir also included Hindus and Muslims, both, right? Now it became to be known as Kabir Panthis. After the death of Kabir, the followers of Kabir came to be known as Kabir Panthis. Is it clear till here, kids? Any doubt?
Yes,
Ma'am.
Yes, any doubt, Kanak?
no, ma'am.
Okay. Now came this term which we have just now searched the meaning of monotheistic movements. Now, what is this? So, another aspect of Bhakti movement was ardent belief in one God. Ardent means very strict, very particular belief that by there is only and only one God. This was termed as monotheistic movement. Please underline this much, children.
Okay, ma'am.
Kindly underline this. Right? So this was known as monotheistic movement. Now, most of the monotheists belonged to the lower caste and understood that there existed a unity of ideas amongst themselves. Right? बहुत सारे monotheists ये सब lower caste के थे. Right? We know that the lower caste have been very much discriminated and they have also suffered a lot. So
Yes, ma'am, they are very discriminated.
I'll share you some pictures in the group. You will see. Do you know who refers to as Dalits? Do you know who are Dalits?
Ma'am, low caste people.
Low caste people. And do you know that they are still being discriminated in India? And not only low caste people, basically the people who were involved in activities such as cleaning of the drains, sewage pipes, and all and all. They were known as Dalits. Do you know this? Are you aware of this, children?
Ma'am, if they are of higher caste, then also they will be known as that.
No, they were not known as that. The higher caste people never get these jobs.
No, ma'am, like if there is a person who just who is just cleaning the trains and all, so ma'am, if he is of higher class, so ma'am, what we will then say to him or her?
See, why like the higher class people were not involved in these jobs at all. In the earlier times, jobs were distinguished or divided on the basis of your caste. If you were born into the caste of cobblers, you're supposed to be a cobbler. If you're born to a caste of sewage cleaners, you're supposed to do sewage cleaning only. They did not have the freedom to do whatever they want to. So this, like I'll show you
Excuse
some of
me,
the
ma'am.
cases of sewage workers.
Ma'am,
It's
Ma'am, in civics, we read in Article 15, ma'am, that is related to prohibition of discrimination, like that is related to caste, sex, race, ma'am, like religion, or like
I
that.
came across a
Ma'am,
post yesterday in which they have shown that how these people, these poor workers, their hands, like they have to go to the holes and like these people manholes. Have you seen the manholes? You know about the manholes?
yes, ma'am, manholes means like there was an opening in road from
In
which
the roads,
there
yeah.
is
If
a
these people go to those manholes, clean the sewage, and the working conditions there are like just disastrous, right? So yes, now then because most of them were from lower caste, so they were very united. The monotheistic bhakti was nirugana bhakti or belief in one God, and not saguna or belief in various human incarnations of God. Incarnation means avatar, right? Like Ramji is an avatar of Vishnuji, and different avatars we have. Krishnaji is also an avatar of Vishnuji. They did not believe in that. The monotheists composed their poems in popular languages. The monotheist saints traveled widely to propagate their beliefs. Namdev's teachings became so popular that they were later absorbed in the Adi Granth. Okay. Despite the widespread popularity the teachings of these monotheists enjoyed among the masses means yes, sir. What's the meaning of masses? Raghav?
Ma'am, can I tell?
Yes.
Mama, on a huge scale.
The huge, no, masses also a huge number of people. Okay. That's what masses refer to as.
Okay.
Enjoyed among the masses. The followers of each one of the major figures in the monotheistic movement, like Kabir and Nanak, gradually organized themselves into exclusive sectarian orders called Panth, such as Kabir Panth, Nanak Panth. One of these Panth, Nanak Panth alone, eventually crystallized into mass religion, and later on छोटे हमारे नानक पंथ ही एक और religion बन गया. Most of these people continue to serve till today, but very vastly reduced following and a sectarian base. Right? आज भी बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जो ये सब चीजें फॉलो कर रहे हैं, बट उतना आइडेंटिटी नहीं हो पाया जितना होना चाहिए. ओके, यस. राघव अग्रवाल, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
चलिए राघव, read about Guru Nanak ji.
In Kabir and Nanak gradually organized themselves
Case
into
study of case.
exclusive.
Raghav, you have to read the case study of Guru Nanak.
What?
Case study of Guru Nanak ji.
Guru Nanak preached his ideas in the same way of Kabir and other monuments. No, ma'am,
Guru Nanak preached his ideas the same way. Cannot you see the book?
Guru Nanak preached his ideas in the same way as Kabir and other monatheists, but due to various developments later, his techniques led to the emergence of mass religions. Sikkim, he belonged to the caste of traders called Kharti and was born in a village in Punjab now known as Nankana Sahib. In his later life, he traveled widely to preach his ideas. Eventually, he settled in a place in Punjab now known as Dera Baba Nanak. There he attacked a large number of disciplines. The hymns composed by him were incorporated in the Adi Granth by the
Stop here, Raghav. Stop here. The hymns needs hymns. Okay, so basically, Guru Nanak preached his ideas in the same way as Kabir. Just like Kabir preached his ideas, in the same manner, Guru Nanak preached his ideas, right? Now, they also wanted to lead to an emergence of mass religion, that's Sikhism. He belonged to caste of traders called Khatri and was born in a village in Punjab, right? Do you know who was he? He was belonged to a caste of traders known as Khatri. Okay, he belonged to my caste people. We were also Khatri, right? So, and he was born in a village called Punjab, in a village of Punjab. Then which is known as Nanka Sahib now. Where was he born? In his later life, he traveled widely to preach his ideas. How he traveled so that he can preach his ideas, tell people about them. Eventually settled in a place in Punjab, which is known as Dera Baba Nanak. ठीक है, जहाँ पर settled है, डेरा बाबा नानक बोलते हैं. There he attracted a number of disciples. I told you the meaning of disciples yesterday. What does it mean?
Mom, disciples.
Followers.
Students, mom, learners.
Followers. Good. Right. So the hymns composed by him were incorporated in the Adi Granth by the fifth Guru Arjan in 1604. Okay. So whatever hymns he has written, those hymns have been included in the Adi Granth. Next. Yeah. Now, to this compilation, we're adding the writings of other figures like Sheikh Farid, Sant Kabir, Bhagwat Namdev, and Guru Tegh Bahadur. So it's not like that only one God's like things have been added. Every religious leaders, some of the views have been added in that book. Okay. So as we know that in 1706, this compilation was authenticated by his son and successor. Authenticate matlab he said that yes, it is right. Okay. So Guru Gobind Singh, it is now known as Guru Granth Sahib, which is the holy scripture of Sikhs, holy book of Sikhs. The 10th and the
Ma'am,
definition
like
comes on
if
this.
we pray for in Sikhism, ma'am, so ma'am, like Guru Govind, ma'am, this name comes
Right.
in the prayer.
So see, the thing is, the 10th and the last Guru Gobind Singh organized the Sikhs into military order called Khalsa to fight against the Mughals. Student question also comes in this: who was the last Sikh Guru? Who was last Sikh Guru?
Ma'am, Guru
Ma'am,
Gobind Singh.
Govind Singh.
ठीक है. Guru Nanak emphasized the importance of the idol worship, of one God. He paid importance of there is only one God, Ikunkar. This that's what he emphasized on. Good for Nanak was when he is incarnate and formless, eternal, and ineffable. He insisted that caste or gender were irrelevant for for attaining liberation. If you want liberation, if you want to achieve what do we call it, salvation, you need to get above all these things. Then his idea of liberation was not that of a star inner bliss, but rather the pursuit of active life with strong sense of social commitment. This is what we have read about Guru Nanak Ji. Please read this much and tell me if you have any doubt.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, what does this hymns refer for?
Hymns refers to the bhajans.
Ma'am, we searched and discussed it yesterday also.
Then children, can we move further?
Yes, ma'am.
Any
Yes,
doubt?
ma'am. No, ma'am.
Sure?
ma'am.
100% sure?
Yes,
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
Now they have Dade in Gujarat, right? Sorry, now they have the Bhakti movements in other regions. Okay. Sara, read the Bhakti movements in other regions. Okay, children, wait a minute. Just do the applied one thingy. In which city it is located?
Ma'am, Amritsar.
Amritsar.
Ma'am, Amritsar.
Because of the Golden Temple. Why it's so famous?
Ma'am, because it is made of gold.
That's it.
And ma'am, it is a holy temple for Sikhs.
Anything else? Okay, fine. It's not a temple, we can say. Okay. It is known as, what do we call it? Gurudwara.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yes, ma'am.
now let's talk about Bhakti movements in other regions. Right now we have talked about West region, beta. Right now we have talked about the Bhakti movement of West region.
Ma'am, Sikhism.
Region, not religion. Beta, region and religion, two different terms. Is it
Sorry,
any
ma'am, I
different?
think you were saying that religion.
Religion.
Ma'am, we have learned
You
from
know what?
northern,
Religion has come after
ma'am, northern
only.
India.
Hanji? Yes.
Ma'am, northern India.
Very good. Okay, we have talked about northern India now. Let's talk about the other regions like Kashmir. Shaiva Bhakti flourished in Kashmir in the 14th century. Most prominent of all Shaiva Bhakti saints were the women. Okay. एक तो women is like Sanskrit. The right. So the Lal Day. In Gujarat, Bhakti was preached the Vallabha sector, Vallabhacharya, and another important saint, Narasimha Meru. The Vallabha sect. Okay. So the Vallabha sect became popular and merchants and landowners of Gujarat, right? So वहाँ पे popular होने लगा. In Karnataka, the Saiva Bhakti cult of Kannada-speaking Vaishyas developed during the 12th and 13th century. They preached a strongly radical and heterodox concept of bhakti by incorporating social criticism in their religious outlook. Society will criticize kiya, so it's a reasonable one, why is this, why is that, and that's what helped the way for them. Is it clear? Done, children? Have you understood till here?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Any doubts till here?
Yes.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, we have finished the chapter. Wow.
Ma'am, just one more thing.
Yeah, almost we're done.
Ma'am, heterodox concept of bhakti. Ma'am, what does that mean?
Heterodox concept of bhakti means like they were not properly about they had a mixture of bhakti. Like they were like, okay, fine. All sorts of bhakti movements are right. So they all just incorporated a lot of them into one. They took some ideas from Kabir, some from Baba Guru Nanak, some from somebody else, then some from others, and that's how they came out with something new, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Next is in Assam. Actually, initially will read this.
Okay, ma'am.
Read it up.
In Assam, ma'am, should I?
I see. Right. Children, in Assam, Shankardev introduced Bhakti both in Brahmaputra Valley as well as in Kuch Behar. Where? In the Brahmaputra Valley and in Kuch Behar, he preached absolute devotion to Vishnu or his incarnation. What is the meaning of incarnation?
Ma'am, reborn.
Avatar. Right. So the very popular incarnation of Vishnu is Lord Krishna. He faced persecution at the hands of the Orthodox Brahmanical priesthood of the Ahom kingdom and took shelter in the territories of neighboring Koch. Neighboring Koch means tell me. Neighboring Kuch Behar means it's an area nearby, right? Kuch Behar, where the kings gave him freedom to preach bhakti. Okay, he could spread his message about the bhakti movement. Monotheistic ideas influenced his concept of bhakti, which came to be known as Ek Sarna Dharna. Okay, religion of seeking refuge in one. And he denounced the caste system and preached his ideas to the people in their own language. The chapter is over here. There is just one passage given which you will need to read. Okay, children. So the chapter was very short and very quickly we have done that. Have you understood the chapter?
Yes, ma'am.
Here they have told us about Martin Luther. Martin Luther basically was the one. You know what? That in I'll just tell you more like in concise about it. You know that even Christianity is divided into two sects. There are some Protestants and some of them are Catholics. Do you know this?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
Right? Like even Christianity, there are two divisions of society: Protestants and Catholics. Right? So Martin Luther was the one who began, like who was leader of the group of Protestants. He started protesting against the false practices happening in the church. In the church, the Pope, the Father, they used to enjoy all sorts of privileges, which is not nowhere mentioned in the Bible, right? Yes, Arnav, read the fact. We'll read this passage tomorrow only, as 1 minute is left. So, kids, I hope you have understood the chapter indeed. Have you?
Yes, ma'am.
In case
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
any sort of doubt, feel free to ask. You can tomorrow you can bring the entire thing and then the rest of it, right? Read the entire thingy and just we'll do the question answers tomorrow. Okay, kids?
Okay, ma'am.
If there's any doubt, you can ask me. Okay?